Welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. This is my weekly video where I take a look at the top 3 comics I'm looking forward to reading when it comes to New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day this week is going to be July 26th, 2023. There is a handful of things that are on the list this week. There is a one-shot from Boom Studios for BRZRKR, and it looks to be written by Keanu Reeves. That sounds a little interesting. We got Mark Millar, who's wrapping up the Nightclub series this week, which is the $1.99 cover price book. A lot of people were happy to see that cover price, but we'll see how the series wraps up. And then there's also a few Star Wars books for the Star Wars fans out there, but let's take a look at the top 3 choices I am looking forward to reading. Starting off at number 3 this week, we've got The Incredible Hulk issue number 2. If you are a fan of The Incredible Hulk, you will know that some of the last few series haven't really been accepted well by the critics, and when I saw they were yet again rebooting the series, I did not pick up the first issue. And I'm hearing from watching other YouTubers, reading some articles online, that this series is turning out to be very good. I believe there was some kind of preview in like an annual comic, if I remember correctly, and then issue number 1 really set up a really cool storyline for the Incredible Hulk, and issue number 2 comes out this week. I am hoping that they still have an issue number 1 laying around at my LCS when I go in this week, because what I plan on doing is picking up issue number 1 and the issue number 2 that comes out this week, because I'm hearing such good things about this. I am not familiar with the writer, Philip Kennedy Johnson, or the art, who is by Nick Klein. So I've not read anything else from this team that I'm aware of, but I'm looking forward to seeing what other people are talking about. So I'll pick up Incredible Hulk issue 2 this week. And at number 2 this week, we've got Predator issue number 5. I have been touting this series on my show before. If you are a Predator fan, Ed Brisson, who is doing the writing work, he did the last series that led into this series. He has done a great job at setting up some characters for this series that I feel like it's a fun read, but you're also getting some really cool character development from several specific characters, but really the main character. And if you are a Predator fan, I have to say you should probably go pick up the series. It's better than some of the movies that have been released. The plot loosely right now is that they took the main character from the last series, which was a girl who witnessed a predator killing her parents. She went on the hunt for predators, so she flipped the script, so to say, from the previous movies, and now she's hunting them. And you get this new series where a whole group of people wake up on a planet that is really a game reserve for predators, and she's one of the people who wakes up there. And it's not just a specific group of people, it's people that appear to have been cryogenically frozen from specific time periods that the predators just kind of threw onto this planet all at the same time, maybe thinking that they're the top hunters from their species, something like that. And so now they've made their escape, and that's where we're at. Is this same main character from the previous series is kind of leading this group into space as they try to escape these predators on this game reserve. So if you're a Predator fan, like I said, pick it up. It's worth reading. And at number 1 this week, we've got The Ribbon Queen, issue number 1. This is from one of my favorite studios, AWA. If you have watched my show a year ago, my number 1 pick for all the comics of 2022 was a series called The Fourth Man, which came from AWA. I really like the style that comes from AWA Studios. Mike Deodato Jr., he does a lot of the artwork for the series over there. He doesn't do the artwork on this series. It's someone, Jason Burrows, who I am not familiar with, but the writer is what caught my attention on this one. It's written by Garth Ennis, and if you are not familiar with Garth Ennis, he is a popular comic writer, a lot of popular series that you could go check out. And one of the more recent series that I read from him was the Lion and the Eagle series that was published in that prestige format. He is known to have, I would say, kind of a more intense, gory side to his writing, and he does a really good job. And this series is a mix of what sounds like from the preview a detective story with some kind of supernatural horror, maybe. So it is an issue number 1, so I don't know what I'm getting into yet. But when I saw the publisher AWA and I saw the author Garth Ennis, I decided I gotta pick this up. This is probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most this week because I don't know what to expect yet. Maybe we'll have to give a review next episode to let you know how this issue turns out, but number 1 for this week is The Ribbon Queen, issue number 1. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. If you like what you watched, hey, click like, click subscribe, leave some comments to let me know what you are looking forward to reading when it comes to New Comic Book Day. You can always check out my Instagram page. I do post some other things over there. I always try to post what I picked up on New Comic Book Day, which doesn't always 100% match my list, but you can find my full list in the description of this video below. With that being said, hey, thanks for watching. Remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we'll see you next time on the Pull List Examiner.